At first glance, this game looks simple, but if you stop paying attention, you'll miss everything that matters. MicroMacro Kids Crazy City Park is a Where's Waldo style game that's set on a black and white map where you're just going to be solving different investigations. We're going to check out in this review whether this is a fun game for the entire family or one that might be worth passing by. But first, the story. All around the city park, strange things are happening. In all the hustle and bustle, there might even be some thieves on the loose. Grab the city map and show that you are true detectives. How are we going to do this? Let's head to the rules rundown to find out. Come on. MicroMacro Kids has a really simple setup. You just place out the map as you see here and have the investigator book nearby, as well as some of these green spotter tokens. Now, you'll have one person assigned to be the reader of the investigator book. Generally for this, you'll have a parent or older kid will be the reader, while the younger ones will be actually solving the case. How to do this? To do this, you'll simply grab the investigator book, open it up, decide which of the cases you would like to take on. You'll notice the star system here where the 1 stars are going to be very short cases, all the way up to 5 stars, which will be a little bit more complicated. So you can decide which one you would like to take on. Now, minor spoilers here for their introductory case as I turn the page. For the helmet. All right, this is a very easy, short case that they give to you. And what you'll do as the investigator is you'll open up to this first page. You'll even show the kids or whoever is playing the picture of what or who it is that you're looking for. Give them a little bit of story text, and then you'll ask them a question or tell them what they're looking for. And then after you do that, you leave them to it to look around on the map. You can use these green pieces to slide around the map. They do really well to pull out the different details on the map. And you just can slide this around, look around until eventually you come to find your quarry. And that really is the game. Your investigator will continue to flip through. They'll be able to tell you if you got the correct answer or not. And once you finish finding all of the different necessary pictures, you will win the game. That's how the game plays, but is it any good? That's what we're going to get to here in the good, the bad, and the biblical, where I'll give you what I liked about the game, what I didn't like so much, as well as basically the parent's guide for the game. Is there any crude language? Is there anything that wouldn't be fit for kids or a family environment, or anything that just isn't glorifying to God? Well, let's get started with the good, and I always love to start with the components. That's what draws me into any game. And these components are very minimal. What you saw in the rules rundown is what's in the game. You're going to have that black and white map, which is very large. It would fit very well on a normal 3x6 table that we play on. The investigation notebook is very well made in that spiral bound. It's not easily torn or bent. It's got a good thickness there to the pages, which is nice. And then those green circles that you use to place around on the board are great. That green tone that they have for it really acts almost like a magnifying glass, though there's no magnification happening. It just really makes those details on the map really pop. I enjoy the artwork on the map. It's very silly, very kid friendly. There's nothing gross that I've seen on the map as I've been looking through it. There's nothing that would be not family friendly. I believe they did a very good job of bringing this down to that level, especially with the artwork and components. But just art and components does not a good game make. So the gameplay itself is as simple as it sounded in the rules rundown. But the gameplay is very fun. My wife and I find ourselves sometimes getting almost as wrapped up in it as our kids, trying to find it. Being like, oop, I got that one first, and then waiting for the kids to find it as well. So I do find that very enjoyable in this game. I really enjoy the fact that as you're doing these investigations, once you find a picture, generally the next instruction will be to find where they came from in order to see what happened in between where they started and where they ended on their journey on the map. And you can just work backwards from like the direction that they're facing, and you can see different points along their journey, and you can almost watch a film of them walking across the map. It's just really neat how they did that, and it's fun to see my younger kids be like, oh, there he is, oh, there they are again. And they even get to know these characters by name by the time they get done finishing a scenario. Is the first guy's Fernando, and my youngest, my 3-year-old, each time we pulled it out, like, oh, there's Fernando, always pointing back to that first guy that we found in the game. So that is a really fun aspect to the gameplay, and the theme in the gameplay comes out really well in this. The kids loved calling it the detective game. And that's just a really, really fun time. The stories are humorous for the kids, and the verbiage that they use can be really funny, like these hooligans out here stealing something. Now for the things that I didn't enjoy as much, there's nothing in this section. I didn't find anything bad or not enjoyable in this game outside of perhaps just the simplicity of it. But I mean, I'm playing a kid's game. What am I really looking for, right? Hey, thanks for watching this video on Faith and Board Games. If you're enjoying the content that you are seeing, feel free to hit that thumbs up and subscribe button. It's a free way for you to show support for the channel, and it just helps me be able to produce more of this content for you. Thanks once again for watching here on Faith and Board Games. Let's get back to the video. So we'll just move right into the biblical section here. So far of the different investigations that we've done, we'll say there were a couple where like an animal stole some food or something like that, where they made a little bit light of that, and so we would have to just talk with our kids. Is it right to steal things? No, that's not right. And so there might be a little bit of that, especially as we get into later investigations. But for the most part, they do a good job of, hey, some kid stole something that's not right, or just other various things. And sometimes it might not even be something bad that's happened. You're just trying to figure out a scene of what's going on. So for the biblical, there's nothing that I would really be pulling from this game, especially the cases that I have been able to work through with my kids thus far. Well, that's going to do it for the good, the bad, and the biblical. I'll see you in a second for the faith lens, and I'll see you on the other side of that for my final thoughts and rating for MicroMacro Kids. Welcome to the Faith Lens. This is a segment where I take a theme or mechanic from a board game and derive a spiritual application for our benefit, and more importantly, for God's glory. Today I got a simple thought from a simple game, and then I found it in Proverbs chapter 15, verse number 3, where the Bible says, "The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good." And we kind of take that role on in MicroMacro Kids Crazy City Park. That is such a mouthful. We take on that role of looking over this city, good things that people are doing, the kids that are doing what they're supposed to, sticking with their parents, being at school, the parents that are taking care of their household, getting the food that they need, going to their job, whatever it is, even kids that are just at play, just doing right. You can see all of that. You're also looking for the evil that's going on. Is there a rampaging robot? Maybe there's a dog that's left its home when it wasn't supposed to. There's good and there's evil. It just reminds me that, you know what? Even while in this game we have our eyes in every place, in real life, that's God. God has his eyes in every place, beholding the good that we're doing and the evil that we're doing. And that's something we ought to be aware of each and every day. Whatever activity you're a part of, whatever it is you're watching, listening to, taking part in, you know what? God can see you. And I pray that when God sees me, he sees me doing good and not evil. Well, that's a quick, simple thought from a quick, simple game here in MicroMacro Kids City Crazy. Welcome to the final thoughts. So, MicroMacro Kids City crazy. Is a fun cooperative game, especially to play with your kids or a younger audience. Something to bring maybe to like a Thanksgiving dinner or a family get-together. This is more an activity than a game, but it is great for the age range that it's being presented for. This game would be for families with young children, though I will say this is a game that my wife and I really enjoy playing with them. We would even consider sitting down and looking through one of the cases ourselves. It's a fun time looking at this board, trying to find the crazy, wacky animations that are going down on the map. So my final rating for MicroMacro Kitty City Pity Park is going to come in at an 8 out of 10 for this. And the only reason it's a lower rating is just the style of game. It's not something I'm going to pull out all the time, but when I do, I'm really going to enjoy it, having a good time with my kids on this one. That's going to do it for my review of the MicroMacro Party Kitty review. Until next time, remember who's watching and stay awesome.